everyone. Welcome to this week's broadcast. It's Jen from Kids Eat Vegetables. If you're new to the broadcast, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I am a wife, a mom of 3, a certified health coach, and the founder of Kids Eat Vegetables, where I help busy moms on their journey to raising healthy kids. And today we are going to make the best Mexican tuna salad. This is awesome. I promise your whole family's gonna love it. My very dear friend, Lucy, brought this over a couple weeks ago to me during a mom's group. She showed up with a tuna salad, and I will be honest with you, I don't really like tuna. I don't eat tuna that often until now. Now I am making this salad at least once a week. I absolutely love it, and my whole family loves it. Of course, when I asked Lucy for the recipe, she was like, well, it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and she kind of gave me the ingredients, but not really the size or the amounts of the ingredients. So I have put it together in a recipe. The recipe will be in this week's newsletter. If you are not on our newsletter email, if you don't receive our newsletter email, it comes out every Saturday morning. It's called Veggie Bites, and it usually includes my Tuesday broadcast as well as recipes. We have coloring pages for the kids. We have jokes for the kids. I try to share veggie tips and tips for just raising healthy families and what we need as moms to really manage a healthy household. So sign up at kidseatvegetables.com/tips. Again, that's kidseatvegetables.com/tips. And this recipe will be in this week's newsletter. So Mexican tuna casserole, it is awesome. But I'm tying it in a little bit to a client call I had earlier this morning. I had planned to do this recipe, and then once I had this call, it was like, yes, I definitely need to do this recipe, and I want to talk about swapping out some healthy choices when we're making recipes as it relates to our husbands, right? Men love things to be full of flavor. They like hearty meals, and the minute you say to them, oh, honey, I made this healthy meal, right? The first thing they think is, oh, it's not going to taste good, right? It's not going to be filled with flavor. Oh, it's healthy. And that is not the case at all. It doesn't have to be the case. I hear from so many moms, and my client this morning, we had a long conversation about this, but I hear from so many moms who tell me, listen, I'm on track with the kids. I'm doing what we need to do. Are there tantrums sometimes? Sure, but we're working through it. I'm setting boundaries. The kids were doing great, and I understand that that's a journey, and we're going to get there. But the issue is my husband. And so many moms tell me this. They say, my husband is the one who's the picky eater, or my husband expects food this way, or my husband won't eat vegetables, or my husband brings in the snack food into the house, right? And that's tough, right? He's working hard. He has his favorites, and it can be challenging to manage that dynamic. And I talk through that with a lot of moms and a lot of my clients, and I definitely share some strategies and tips. But two things I always tell them. One is, don't make these big grand announcements to your family about, I'm making this healthy, I made a healthy meal. Just make the food. Try the recipes I provide to you. Don't say anything about it. Just make the recipes, make the healthy substitutions, and serve it. Don't set a preconceived notion about it's not going to taste good because it's healthy, right? So first is, don't mention that it's healthy. Now afterwards, if he says he loves it, then you can be sure to say, hey babe, did you know I substituted this, this, and this? Or did you know I tried this, right? After the meal. So that's number one. Actually, I'm going to say 3 things. Number 1 is, don't announce your healthy meals. Just make them with love, serve them to your family, set boundaries at the dinner table, and you're going to be off to a great start to getting everyone into eating healthy. Number 1. Number 2, talk to your husband about not expressing his concerns at the dinner table. So if he doesn't like something, or something's not his favorite, or he preferred something to not have something, then by all means, give you that feedback. Like, I'm always open to feedback from my family, but the rule at our table is we don't discuss it as the dinner's happening, right? Because as soon as one person, dad or an older sibling, says something about the food, nobody wants to eat it. Nobody wants to eat it. So tip number 2 when it comes to the picky husband is, ask him to not express his dislike or displeasure with anything you've served at the table. Okay, that's so challenging, I know, but take it away from the table, talk about it later. You can get feedback. Always be open to feedback on what your family enjoys or doesn't enjoy. Just don't discuss it at the dinner table. And then tip number 3 is start making healthy choices and healthy substitutes in areas where they're not going to notice as much. And I'm going to talk about that today in my tuna recipe. But some examples, you know, if you're making chili or you're making tacos, right? You can make some healthy substitutions in there without changing the recipe too much. So he might notice ground turkey, I get it, but overall, you know, you can still make a very tasty chili or tacos with ground turkey versus ground beef. You can make fish options for tacos. Fish tacos are awesome. You can do a meatless taco option, which anything Mexican can easily be done, you know, and a meatless option was still filled with flavor, which our husbands enjoy, but can make it a little bit healthier. And then the other thing is make substitutions in items that they're not going to really notice it. So if you're making like this tuna salad or a casserole, men love the mayonnaise. This is a debate at my house all the time. My husband and my son want mayo on their lunch meat sandwiches. Okay, fine. I buy the mayo. But when I'm making items where it's all mixed together and I can make a substitution, I don't use the Hellmann's mayo. Sorry, Hellmann's, but I don't, right? So when you can swap out a healthier alternative that's not filled with GMOs and not filled with trans fats, you need to do it. And there's small, minor swaps that you can make that are going to make a difference in how healthy it is, but not make a big difference in the taste. So like this tuna salad, I keep calling it casserole, sorry. This tuna salad, no one's going to notice that I use the non-GMO veganese option. It's only a little bit in the tuna salad. No one's going to notice it, but it is a much healthier option. And if you don't want to go with this, you can easily use a little bit of Greek yogurt, right? So when we can make substitutions and no one's going to really notice, do it. And again, don't announce it. Don't say anything. Hide the veganese in the back of the refrigerator if you need to. You can put it behind the Hellmann's and pull it out and use it as a substitution when you can and when no one's going to notice. So, and there's times I'll make the sandwiches with this and they don't notice. But they want to be able to go to the refrigerator and they want and grab the Hellmann's. Okay, fine. So the tuna salad, the exact recipe will be in this week's newsletter. I'm going to throw it together real quick here with you, and then, you know, you should give it a try because like I said, it is awesome. Hopefully I'm not set up very well today for you to see my items, but I'll go through the ingredients. So you're going to start with your tuna, and you're going to use 2 cans of tuna. 1 with the water, 1 drained. So the water of 1 can of the tuna will go in your tuna salad. Our ingredients are chopped onion, simple, so toss that in there, and cilantro. So you're gonna chop up some cilantro. I love these little kitchen shears my husband got me a couple years ago for Mother's Day for cutting up herbs. I love this. They're so it makes it so much easier. You just take your cilantro and kind of do that right there. Just cut it. Look how easy that is. Awesome. Throw that in there. So I love those kitchen shears. So toss in my cilantro. And then we are using the La Costeña. These are pickled jalapenos. Okay, they're a little bit challenging to find, I'll be honest with you. If you are local to me in Wisconsin, the only place I've been able to find them is at Woodman's. Sendik's might have them, but Pick and Save, Aldi's, I can't find them. So they are a pickled jalapeno. They are not, because they're pickled, it really has, the flavor is much more mild. They're not super hot. So I use these, I use them in this tuna salad. My kids eat them, no problem at all. I chop them up very, very small. And in here, there's also a few pickles and the small little pearlized onions. I take out the onions. I don't use the onions. I just use the chopped onion. Like I just showed you, I just use regular chopped onion. But the peppers and the carrots, I do use. And I can get about 2 to 3 recipes of the tuna salad with this one can. I think this is like a 12 ounce can. So I don't use all of it for each time I make it. So about 2 to 3 of these cans, and in between I just store it in my little glass lock container, and that's fine, it stays. Save the brine, okay, because you're gonna use about a tablespoon and a half of the brine in your salad. So if you're gonna use it multiple times, put the whole leftover jar or can in your storage container, store it in your refrigerator. It will stay for a week or two. Like I said, I make this at least once or twice a week, so it stays in the fridge just fine. It's in a nice locked container. And so then I just take out and chop up the jalapenos, and I'll use a little bit of the brine, excuse me. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that brine into my salad. And like I said, about tablespoon and a half. Like I said, when my girlfriend gave me this recipe, she was like, yeah, you just toss in this, you just toss in that. And at first I was like, well, you need exact ingredients. But she's right. Once you start making it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna toss in this and that. So I did make it into a specific recipe, but don't worry too much about it. Honestly, you just toss it all together, and you might find that your family wants more jalapenos, you want a little more brine. Totally fine, that's good. It's flexible like that. And you're literally just gonna combine all of this. So I'm gonna toss in my chopped jalapenos and a little bit of those carrots. And like I said, I save a little bit of those carrots each time. I don't put the onions in this tuna salad, but the little pearlized onions, my husband will just eat them. So I'm just tossing this up, mixing this all together. And then I'm going to add avocado. I chop up 2 avocado. This is just one. I still need to do the other one. I'm just running a little bit late today, so I didn't get the other one chopped up yet, but you just chop up your avocado, mix that in there, and then you're gonna chop up a bunch of little cherry tomatoes. And I don't have those quite done yet either. But that's it. That's it for your ingredients. You're going to add in, I'm sorry, I have one more thing. You're going to add in some lime juice. I had some limes that were getting ready to go, so I juiced them already. I put them in here, but you're gonna do a couple tablespoons of lime juice. 2 tablespoons of that. And again, if you like a little bit more, put a little bit more, it's not a problem. And then your mayo. I was talking so much about the mayo, I forgot to put it in. A couple scoops of mayo, a couple tablespoons of the mayo. Again, I like to use the Veganese. But again, you're not using that much of it in here, so if you're gonna use the Hellmann's, okay. But another option is the Greek yogurt. Okay, and that's really just to bring it all together. And there you go. I will add in the tomatoes when I'm done chopping them after this video, but kind of get the idea here. A little bit of tuna salad. It is awesome. I'm telling you, I could eat like so much of this, but we're gonna have this for dinner tonight. So my hubby's traveling, so just me and the kids. We're gonna have some tuna salad, some chopped veggies. My kids will have this either on some romaine lettuce leaves with a little bit of maybe some corn tortillas. I just kind of eat it plain with a little bit of romaine lettuce and maybe a couple chips, but not too many. But yeah, I'll just have this. It really is filling. It's kind of a complete little meal here, and it tastes amazing. So I will share this recipe with you in this week's newsletter, kidseatvegetables.com/tips. Sign up for the newsletter. You'll receive it every Saturday morning in your inbox. We have coloring pages for the kids, jokes for the kids, tips for moms, recipes for moms. And my Tuesday video, if you don't catch me live, you can always catch me on, you can always see the replay on the Facebook feed, or you can get it delivered in your inbox every week in our newsletter. So I see a couple of you have joined live, which I love. So Beth and Kelly, if you're still here, hello girls. I think there's a couple more people live that I just can't see. But if you're here live, I'd love to chat. How are you ladies doing? I hope you're having a great summer. I haven't seen either one of you for a while, so I hope you're doing well. I love to follow you guys on your Facebook feeds and keep up with your families and your growing kiddos. It's funny because my kids went to school with both your kids in different states at different times. But I hope that you will give this tuna salad a try, and I hope you'll take my tips for the hubby, the picky hubby. I hear it from so many moms. It's tough enough to get our kids to eat vegetables. It's even more difficult when we have the hubby battling. So, hey, thank you, Kelly. when you have the hubby battling you. So my 3 tips, 1, now I'm gonna forget all 3 of them. Go back. 1 is ask him to not, first of all, don't announce that you're making healthy food. Don't say, I made this healthy meal, because he's immediately gonna think in his mind, this is gonna taste horrible, there's not gonna be any taste. Number 1. Number 2, ask him to not talk about his dislike or displeasure for the meal while you're all eating, while you're all at the table. You will take all feedback after the dinner dishes are done. You want his feedback, but just not at the table in front of everyone. And that's kind of a rule for all of our kids at the table. Don't talk about what you don't like until after the meal. And then 3, when you can, make healthy substitutions. Again, like with this tuna salad, he will not notice that you didn't put in the almonds and that you used the veganese instead, or that you used the Greek yogurt. Healthier options, healthier swaps. It makes a difference over time, and he's not gonna notice. So, yes, oh my gosh, this is so good. And honestly, I keep this in the refrigerator for a couple days. So if you make it, I love to make things on Sunday night to get ready for the week. So if you wanted to make this tuna salad on Sunday night, and you can put it in your refrigerator in a little container. I love these glass lock jar containers. It will stay all week. It'll still be great if it lasts that long. Oh, your kids don't like tuna. Okay, Beth, I told you at the beginning of this, maybe you didn't see that. I don't eat tuna. So I know. Can you believe that? I don't like tuna. So Lucy, you know Lucy shows up at my house at a mom's group and brings this recipe. And it's a dip, it's Mexican. I love Mexican. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I had no idea what it was. Put it on a small chip, ate a bite, and was like, oh my goodness, what is this? This tastes amazing. And she told me it was tuna, and I about fell over because I don't eat tuna. But now I eat tuna. This is how I eat tuna because it's so healthy. So you could try it with chicken, but maybe try it with the tuna and see. If you like tuna and your husband likes tuna, it's worth trying. Give the kids a bite, see how they do. If they don't like tuna, like I don't eat just a tuna sandwich, or I don't eat tuna, I don't eat traditional tuna salad, I don't eat tuna just mixed with mayo. Like I'm not a tuna fan, but this I love. So that's why I had to share it with you. So try it with chicken or make it with the tuna. See how they do. You might be surprised because it tastes amazing. Oh, you like the chocolate chip cookie recipe? That's great. I love those cookies. I love those cookies. They're so good and it works really well. Again, simple substitutions. No one's going to notice. It's the best. So excellent. All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. It's always so much more fun when girls join me because, sometimes just chatting in my kitchen, I feel a little awkward, but it's good when you guys join me. And I always appreciate when you guys catch me on the replay. When you're scrolling through your Facebook feed, please be sure to watch the videos. And if you want to just get a summary recap of what I cover each week, kidseatvegetables.com/tips, you can sign up for the newsletter. Thank you so much for your time, ladies, and we'll talk soon. Bye.